Hi Pisces. Finally I'm back. Still recovering from spiritual, emotional, physical, mental recovery. I think we're all going through this. It's like we have changed, but we don't know how. There's been so much pressure in the three-dimensional field in so many ways that physically, especially, we could have been very exhausted, burdened. But very much mentally, like I was saying, there is something mentally that is shifting, that is transforming. And that can be coming with an acceleration of thought, right? When we get to a point where we are ready to let it go, we are ready to get to the next plateau, which is truly anchored in presence at all times. This is the practice. But when the ego feels that it's being left out, that we are suddenly done with it, truly, that this is a new life, it's a new day, it's a new us, there can be a gripping, especially mentally. It could have been very emotional with the full moon in Cancer that we passed, but as we're heading into this new moon in Aquarius, everything is going to become more pragmatic. We're still in Capricorn, there's this very realistic energy. And so we are asked to see the truth, to be in integrity with ourselves, in alignment. And again, this full moon in Cancer could have shown us what is our home. And this home is coming on strongly here with the inner child. I have just a very quick spread, but as I know myself, it could get longer because there's just so many downloads and channelings that come, and I always want to share so much. But before I get into this, I'm sorry the background is not great. I hope that you can see me. This is a little bit different. It's a transition. Normally in the next few days, in a week or so, we'll have a table on which we'll be able to make readings and actually have a work that is more efficient and more regular. And I'm very happy about that. Right now it's kind of moving in the same place, but things have shifted and changed. So, but all for the better. Now, before we get into the reading, I wanted to say as well that I will be putting a link to my new website, which has to do with actually an inner travel agency. That's how we call it. And it has to do with traveling to Peru, but in a sense of deep connection with nature, also with alternative healing with plants, ayahuasca. And as well, there will be the spiritual guidance, so all my services will be there. And we also offer here ceremonies that are mystical from the Andes here, that are energetic ceremonies, and that you can also book. You will see that when it's ready. But yeah, we are elevating on many levels, and this is to serve in a broader way humanity and to be of service more and more so. There will be blogs there. Well, we'll be writing about, also the Inca, native cultures, but also my own spiritual insights. A book is coming in as well. This book was actually like a diary that I was writing when I was with my teacher. I was kind of a hermit for 7 years in the United States. And I think prompted by my teacher, actually, my mentor, he asked me to put it public. So I'm reviewing it. It's really interesting to see what we wrote, 7 years ago and how we are now. So there's a lot of rewriting that is happening, but that is occurring at this time as well. There will be also music, because I'm actually a musician originally, and it has taken a form of more spiritual, meditative, and, you know, insights. The sound is it's such a link between the word, truly, and the nothing, right? And so I have found that this is really a channel that I want to go deeper within and with you guys. So all of this is going to be coming in slowly but surely, so not everything at the same time. But yeah, if you guys want to come to Peru as well, right, the situation right now is not very stable politically, but I really feel that in a few months everything will be fine, and actually it will be the high season, the best time to come to Peru. That is actually April, May to November is the best period to come to experience the mountains, the energetic vortexes, the portals, but as well plants if you'd like, or meet with me. That is all opening up. And finally, but not the least, that will probably take more time, but I will really want to do lives. And the lives will be coming in once, you know, everything gets more regular in the channel. The all signs reading as well will be coming back, but they will be monthly, because obviously I'm just one person. I can't do, you know, so much, and I want to be present for the Pisces collective, you know, as much as I can daily, or, you know, as much as I can, as you know. Okay, so Pisces, this was a long announcement, but I feel it's also perhaps what is happening with you. Perhaps this year of 2023, you're getting into broader service, into more of who you are, and not being afraid of expressing that to the public more and more so, because it's no longer about you and your ego. It's about how this is being channeled through you. The divine is channeling through you so that you can connect, right? We are connecting. We're no longer in the missing link, the separation, right? When we're so concerned and so self-conscious, we are becoming super conscious and getting into the way showing. That has nothing to do with ego. It's such a natural humility that comes through when your heart opens, when your heart truly opens from within. And that's the home we were talking about here. You have homing beacon here, homing beacon, and cosmic heart source. What is truly your home? Perhaps Peru is not always my home. I don't feel home, actually, you know, with the culture differences and so many things, right? But we're learning to not be in separation, but to see, why is it that I'm here? There's a reason for it, and it's being shown to me, right? So for you as well, try to see that perhaps it's not about reacting to a situation, but seeing what the situation is offering to you, okay? And not attaching to it, but observing it and flowing with every single day. And every single day is different. You know, all those plans that we had and those judgments, expectations, or routines are being clashed. They are being burnt at this time. So cosmic heart source, source of all, true home, just be, heart connection. The just being, Pisces. And shining your light, Pisces. Again, this heart open, this Kuan Yin, wise action, space for grace. This is it. We're getting into that. And by the way, this is coming through, but some of you could be connected very much so with dolphins and whales. Those are animal spirits. You could hear them. Perhaps you're listening to them, you know, there's their sounds on YouTube for free if you'd like to listen to them. But there's, you know, the dolphins have this telepathic connection, right? And they are shown to be actually at, if we are at 10% of a brain, you know, a capacity, they function at 20. Or if it is that we are at 5%, they're at 20. I don't remember exactly the percentage. I'm very bad with numbers. But they are more elevated than we are. And so there's this intelligence, you know, we are going beyond the rational, logical intelligence and going into a more spiritual one. We're really elevating here. And this is just the beginning, you know, getting into 2030 and then 2040. You know, we're asked to this year get into our spiritual sovereignty. That is so important. And the belief systems are being, you know, cast away. This is no longer possible. It's no longer about clashing between your own belief system and someone else's, a different culture. No, that was the war, the separation, the disconnectedness. But once your heart opens completely into this being state, there is an inclusiveness that happens. And this year with Aquarius, you know, and this new moon in Aquarius is coming in on the 21st of January. And this is going to be a super moon, very important. And Aquarius has to do with uniqueness, independence, but also being eccentric, being very original in your way of being, of earning your life, perhaps. And so don't shy away from that anymore. Don't shy away from your quirkiness. That's very important. We are asked to actually expand into that, and that's so beautiful for Pisces, because Pisces is so different, right? But now you're going to be able to include that into connectedness with other people, with society. It's no longer a separation between society and you. It's actually now merging. There's a merging taking place. And Aquarius, you know, has to do with also the people, humanity, community. And this is what we're creating. And this new earth that came up in the last two readings, I think, is coming in again here. By the way, 1111 is here. You're going to see it on the two cards. Nurture and heaven on earth. I don't know if you can see. But this heaven on earth is saying, again, all are invited. Fifth dimension, new earth, spirit and matter. We manifest from spirit, from the inside, not from the outside. So that needs to be your focus, your only focus, the spirit within you. What sparks your creativity, what sparks your joy, nothing else. Not the details, getting lost in the details of how am I going to do this, or the fears of, you know, all the technology, all the stuff that I don't know about, and how is this ever going to work out, and the past didn't work out. No, this is a very different energy. Now the solutions are going to come, the insights are going to come when you get out of your own way. And that's future thinking. That's also Aquarius. Future thinking has nothing to do with the past. It's an air sign. It has to do with movement. And now things are definitely going to be accelerating, right? This year is going to accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. So be ready. Be aligned. Be assertive. The assertiveness is coming through as well. So that comes with, perhaps now you're still nurturing yourself, healing yourself, resting. This is very important right now so that you can then get out there. You have nurture, self-healing, ruby ray, birthing the new earth. Now this inner child is here in 3 different cards. You have key to your freedom, heal, and yeah, Aquarius has to do with freedom, big time. Freedom, freedom, freedom. And freedom comes from the inner freedom before anything else. Heal the inner child, create inner safety, self-kindness. Be good to yourself right now. Don't mind others, you know, whatever other people think. You need to take time for yourself so you can attune with your truth, with your spiritual truth, with your spirit, with the divine, right? You have inner child attunement. Go within, listen, loving parenting. So we also got like a new dog we adopted that was in the street. There's so many dogs, very sad here in Cusco. There's a lot of dogs that are in the street. And this baby, nobody wanted it. And so this is my first dog. And it's been very interesting, you know, meditating. For example, today I was doing my, you know, my Om and my meditating, and he got, you know, concerned, and he came to me and he was like trying to see, you know, and that was a distraction. you know. But that's the interesting thing about meditation. Would I react to him and say, no, go away with, anger? I'm in a meditation. No, actually being in that state, there is an understanding. So yeah, perhaps it's being more hectic in my life and not so silent. But again, like I have said in a few readings before, we are learning to bring that silence outwardly, right, in the world, in noise. So yeah, there could be more noise, but that's because you're ready for it. Whatever is happening, whatever is a bit crunchy or makes you a bit fearful, all of those things, it's so that you can get to the next threshold. And it's because you're ready. So don't feel that you're not ready. Okay? It cannot be the same anymore. It's going to be in movement. There's going to be more noise. There's going to be more stuff, okay, to deal with, more responsibilities. And for that, there's even more groundedness within, okay? More and more so. It's so crucial. And know that you're ready, okay? You're being transformed physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, like I was telling you from the beginning. So here, Divine Cosmic Mother Womb, you're loved, you're safe, rest now, sleep well. Some of you have perhaps not being able to sleep, being very nervous. There's this nervousness that is in the air. Definitely I've felt that. But it's because we're supposed to get stronger, stronger into presence, stronger into this anchor, stronger into this silence. This pressure helps us go deeper into silence. Know that when you're in even more stress and even more chaos and you feel like, what is this? And wanting to run away to your past. No, you need to face, confront this. Know that it's just helping you actually go deeper and even wiser, become wiser and more silent. So it's the paradox. More noise means more silence. You're ready for this. You're strong. It's making you stronger. Okay? And finally, you have arise, know and flow as the love you are. It's that simple. Know and flow as the love you are. Bliss. You can go through all of this chaos and all of this stuff, turmoil, very simply from this love within, from this bliss that you feel within at all times. Okay? And this way you can flow with ease, more ease. And it's okay when anger comes in, when the stress comes in, when contraction comes in, blah, 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 blah. It's okay. You're flowing with the river. You're learning. By the way, you saw the dolphins here? Yeah. You are getting into, I feel that we're getting at the surface of the ocean, right, as a fish. But it's because we're coming from so deep, the abyss of the ocean where there's just silence. There's no light, there's just darkness. But from this darkness is retrieved this understanding and this wisdom that we carry out to the surface, right? To the perhaps more artificial, more chaotic, three-dimensional field, right? But you're not living in this world, in this three-dimensional field. You are on the fifth or whatever number. You are, because you are deeper and higher, you're able to manage more here. Okay, so keep it deep, keep it high. And for that, you need to protect. You need to protect that, your space. Again, that doesn't have to be physical. It's very much an internal focus. That's the boundaries you make. When you are so deep, whatever is occurring doesn't affect you. And it's not easy. Emotionally, the thoughts as well can be triggered. But you are there, deep, deep, deep. There's no other place. That's your boundary. Nobody can hurt you there. You're safe. How they called it? The cosmic heart source. the cosmic heart source. If you're there, deep, deep, deep down and high, nothing can get to you. You will feel it, but it won't disturb your balance. That's it. You have the light of awareness because you're aware. And in all that, you learn to make assistance without interference. So in all of this helping the community, serving the community, we also learn that we don't change anyone else. All the work happens internally. And so we can assist, but there's no expectation that whatever we're going to say or when we're going to guide or, provide our services, that is going to change someone or, we can't expect or be subject to the judgment of another or the change of another. We're not here for that. We're just here to be and live the light, our truth, that comes from our heart. And that's it. It's that simple. Okay? And in all that, we're finishing here with your assertiveness. And that has to do with not just being assertive when it comes to other people, but I would say internally being assertive with your own ego and mind. That sometimes can put you into games, especially right now, and try to bring you back into self-sabotage. But no, now we're letting go and we are being assertive, meaning disciplined, and recognizing with that light of awareness what is happening, but not believing in it. So yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm feeling bad, 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 bad. I'm feeling low, 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 low. But no, I'm not that. I'm that. I'm that. And that's it. And that enables you to move forward, to do things, to not procrastinate, to go for it. Okay? So you have here no more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing the options. Yeah, maybe there's so many things to do. And so what? Just start with one. There's nothing to think about. You just need to do it. Okay? So the most important here is to be assertive with your own self, but also being patient with your own self. It's not an inner battle. It's being aware. It's just a simple, soft awareness. Oh, I'm overthinking. I'm overfeeling, I'm just indulging in all that, in the negative. I'm not doing. I'm aware of it, and I choose my happiness. I choose the simplicity. I choose the divine. I choose the miracle that is going to be happening for me, that is happening for me. There's a miracle available at every single moment. We just need to choose it. Between the ego and all of those experiences and the unlimited, the infinite, the beauty, the love, the joy. And it's much more simple than all of this darkness, right? So just shift and flow. You have the Emperor. Use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, a firm but compassionate leader. Getting into Emperor mode, Aries energy. This is getting on with it. We're no longer the old soul. Yes, we are, but we are the kid. We are the 0 point. We are in this action mode. We just do. Simple. And we're not in the indecision that is holding us back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others, feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. We're asked to follow our heart, Pisces. It's much more simple than all this garbage, all this darkness. Just go to the light. It's much stronger than the past. You're there. You're not here. Okay? And finally, you have be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way. A good person, a company to work for. So you know, Pisces, like they were saying here, arise, know and flow as the love you are. Know and flow as the love you are. Again, know and flow as the love you are. Bliss. Okay? So, Pisces, I love you. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.